What's up everyone, I'm Jeff, welcome to my channel. This is the first of a series of videos about buying my brand new 2021 Tesla Model S Long Range Plus. As you can see, right now, I don't have a vehicle. It is on order, and this video is going to be about the ordering process, going to the dealership, what to do online, what happens after you put down your deposit, what is that deposit, what are all the costs, and what is the wait time, and what do you do in the meantime while you wait for your Tesla Model S. So let's take a look at some of the particulars on buying my brand new vehicle. Alright, so let's jump right into it. So you've probably heard of Tesla before. Maybe you've seen them around your neighborhood. Maybe you've even gone on the website and played around with different types of models. But to take that next step and actually test drive one and buy one is actually a pretty easy process. Now in the past, I haven't really thought about getting a Tesla. I know they're environmentally friendly, you get rid of the gas, lower maintenance, but it really wasn't in my price range. So what I did was, though, I went on the website a couple of times and I built out some of the different models, the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X and Y. I was definitely looking for more of a sedan, so I knew that either the Model 3 or the Model S would be one that I would want to look at. But it wasn't until one of my friends wanted to go to test drive one that I actually got inside one, because I'd never actually been inside a Tesla before. The nearest one, as I live in Maine, the nearest dealership is in Boston, so he scheduled the time and we went down to Boston to test out the Model 3. Now, the dealership experience is very, very friendly. It's very minimalist, kind of like an Apple store, where there's only a couple models in the showroom, at least in the Boston one. As far as the test drive goes, it was very, very easy. Because of COVID restrictions, of course, it was just me and my friend who were actually in the vehicle. We did get a great walk around by the sales associate, telling us about the car, showing us the trunk space, showing us the keys or lack thereof, and all the little features that you could test out while you're out on your test drive. Now, we got to about a 20-minute test drive around Boston. They did send us on a route to get on the highway to really test that acceleration in the Model 3, which was amazing. And overall, you get a really decent experience about the vehicle. It was easy during the test drive to figure out that he was going to get the Model 3. I said, you know what, let me test drive a Model S. If you have one, they did. 30 minutes later, I was in a Model S, and after my test drive, I knew it was the car that I wanted to buy. So when you decide it's time to actually put a deposit down and you want to go through and purchasing a Tesla, the process is very easy and very fun. A lot of times when you buy a car, either a used car or a new car, it can be a stressful experience at the dealership as you're trying to haggle over price, all the other fees, trying to find the right model for you. But with Tesla, it's actually very easy. The whole process took only about 20 minutes for each of us, and you only need to put down $100 deposit. Now, in the past, it was more like $5,000, but that's changed with Tesla. So all you need to do is put down $100 of non-refundable deposit, and your Tesla goes on order. Now, what's also great about the Tesla, you can change your order up until the point where you get your VIN number and you put in your final payment. So if you pick a color and then you change your mind after the fact, or another upgrade package, then you could totally change it right on the website. What they actually do during the sales process is go through the website as well one more time, and you can pick out any additional options that you want. So the one I chose was the 2021 Tesla Model S Long Range. There was a big difference in price between the long range and the performance. You've probably seen the videos online of ludicrous mode. Now the Tesla I did drive did have ludicrous mode. I didn't try it out because it was a little bit scary, especially in the downtown Boston area, to try that. But when I asked the sales associate, he was pretty honest and said the ludicrous mode doesn't really affect the car that much unless you have a lot of cash to burn in your pocket or you really want the fastest kind of street rod on the street. It wasn't really worth the price. So let's get down to some numbers. So after I looked through all the options, the base price of my Tesla Model S Long Range was $69,420. And yes, you can guess that's because Elon Musk is a 16-year-old trapped in a billionaire's body, as the sales associate put it. All the options come with a little bit of additional cost, and you can really choose what you want. For example, I chose a black exterior, which was an extra $1,500 on top of the car. The other thing you can choose is the type of rims. They come with 19-inch rims for free, or you can upgrade to the 21-inch turbo carbon rims, which I did because I think they look really, really cool. The other thing that you can add that you've probably seen videos online before is the full self-driving mode. Now that is where your car will basically drive for you, and also sometimes will actually come pick you up in a parking lot. I decided not to go for that for a couple of reasons. First of all, it was about a $9,000 or $10,000 difference in the car. And for me, I don't drive on the highway that much, and I don't know if I would just trust it. I've seen a lot of videos, it looks great, but you still really need your hands close to the wheel. So for me, $10,000 really wasn't worth it. So all in all, After all the taxes, titles, fees, my upgraded rims, which were about $4,500, and my color for $1,500, my total price was just over $76,000 for the Tesla. Of course, right off the bat, you only put the $100 down, and then the process begins on getting your car ordered and delivered to you. Now, there's two different options for delivery. You can get it delivered to your house. However, that is done by a third-party company, so Tesla really doesn't have control over if it gets damaged or anything else. But you can also pick it up at a big distribution center. The distribution center closest to Maine, where I live, is in New Jersey. Now, that's not the most convenient thing, but I figure it's going to be a very fun ride back. Tesla also offers a great trade-in program for your car, so you can literally drive your car to the Tesla dealerships or the distribution centers and then drive your car back. I chose to sell my car independently because I felt like I wanted to get it out of the way. I didn't want to have to wait for a trade-in value, and I got a really good offer from a dealership to sell my BMW 2013 535. So I sold it, and now I'm just waiting for my vehicle to come. Once you finish your online deposit, it's really exciting and you really want your car. The problem is, because Teslas are so popular, you're gonna wait a little bit of time. I put in my deposit on October 24th, and I was told at that time it was between 6 to 9 weeks waiting for a 2021 Tesla Model S. Now, that'll depend a lot on the color scheme that you get, because basically you get put in a queue, and as soon as you put your final payment in, you get put in line until there's a car that's free that's going to that distribution center. So once you have your order confirmation number, you go onto the website when you get back home, and it's very, very user-friendly. There's a few things you can do right off the bat. You put in all your information, you can put in how you're going to pay for it, whether it's going to be cash, or whether it's going to be through a cash and a car loan or just a car loan or whatever, and also your delivery preference. And that kind of starts things off. Then the waiting period happens. Then you have to wait for a VIN number to show up. Now, this could take several weeks. For me, it took almost a month for the VIN number to show up and for me to submit my final payment. I had put in on the website how I was going to pay. Now, if you want to change that, let's just say that you put in that you want to pay some cash and some of a loan, and then it comes to the point where you're like, you know what, I want to pay all cash or all loan. You do have to call the dealership, or you can just call the Tesla number, which actually went through very fast, and they can change it for you. So once I got the confirmation that I finally got a VIN number, which was very exciting, I went straight online and I made my final payment. Now, once the final payment's in, it'll update your delivery date to a little bit more of a narrow margin. Now, my first margin was December 11th through December 31st, but now, after I put my payment in, it's now updated to November 26th to December 2nd. They will tell you that your delivery date is an estimate. Sometimes it can take longer, sometimes it can take shorter, and it depends on the model. For example, my friend who got a Model 3, brand new 2021, still hasn't got his VIN email a few days after I have, because the Tesla Model 3s are a little bit more popular, and so he may have to wait a little bit longer. Really, the last step of the process is to wait for your final delivery date to be scheduled by your Tesla representative. You also need proof of insurance, but a lot of the insurance companies won't actually give you that until you have a specific delivery date. But no fear, because on Tesla's end, they don't need the proof of insurance to give you a delivery date. You just need to prove that when you actually go and pick up the car. So the key is, after you get your VIN number, to put in your payment as soon as possible through your bank or through cash to make sure that you put in the queue, because at any moment you can get called and the Tesla could be available for you to get. So at this point, I'm just waiting for my final delivery date, and then I'll go to New Jersey, pick up my vehicle, come back, and start enjoying the Tesla Model S. Now, I've never owned one before, so I'm really excited to see how the whole delivery process is, especially in COVID times, and certainly how it's going to be after the first week, after the first month, after the first 24 hours. The next video I'm going to do in a few days is about the charging, the supercharging, the home charging, a straight plug, because I've been looking through all the different information and made some decisions on the charging. But I hope this video has kind of showed you how easy it is to order a new Tesla, some of the process, the costs, and what you have to expect when you're waiting, because the wait's the hardest part. So hit the subscribe button on the bottom if you want to find out in a few days all about the charging, and then hopefully in a couple weeks, a delivery of my new 2021 Tesla Model S long range.